Welcome everyone back to the Breaking Ankles podcast. I'm Carl.
I am Darth Vader.
Lord. I hope this doesn't become a trend for our regular episodes.
We are here to
Thanks again everyone for watching. Breaking Ankles, sorry.
That.
Breaking Ankles. Thanks again everyone for watching the podcast. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate everyone that's been watching the episodes. If you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button down below and also that bell so you get notified on future episodes. How's it going, Darth Vic?
You're my only hope.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Oh, I guess Halloween is coming up soon.
It is. It's close.
So, all right. So the NBA season starts tonight, and even before the season started, there's already news going on. Yeah, tonight, because this episode will debut on the night of the season starts.
Oh, so you think so?
You get it, huh? All right. So, even before the season starts.
The force is strong with you, Carl.
There's already been news that Zion Williamson is going to be out for an unforeseeable amount of time. They just say it's a couple weeks, but it could be longer.
He's got a bad knee.
What do you think that, right off the bat, what do you think that kind of impact has already right off
the bat?
To start it right.
I think we were saying in the preseason Western Conference.
You know, every week you make me look better and better.
That's good, but I'm the more entertaining one. So yeah, Zion. We were talking about how good the Pelicans looked with Zion.
Yeah,
a complete team.
Correct.
That dude can move. He's quick.
He's quick.
And who were you referring to him? That he kind of reminds you of?
Charles Barkley.
Yeah, I don't.
A younger Charles Barkley, I would say.
He's definitely got the body type of Barkley, but he can move a lot quicker.
He's bigger than Barkley when he was that age, but yeah.
And he can move quicker.
Correct.
He's very fluid.
He's the type of guy like once he takes that power dribble, you don't want to get in his way.
No, and he seems to be able to dominate against any experienced vet in the league that I've seen.
Correct.
I was impressed.
Right.
So I think his injury is extremely detrimental to that team. I mean, if they played with that whole cohesive unit from the get-go all the way through the season, we talked about this in our last episode, they could make the playoffs.
So do you think him being out, let's say, 2 to 3 weeks could impact them making the playoffs?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because the rest of the team, their confidence might be off a little bit if they start off rough, and it's a young group.
Yep.
You might have people like, is it Brandon Ingram?
Mm-hmm.
That guy is a ball hog. Ball hog.
Yep.
And if he starts off and trying to pick up the slack, and then when Zion comes back, they might have just...
well, somebody's got to pick up the slack.
I know, but when he comes back, they might have problems just, being all back together. Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, so I do think it's going to impact them, especially if, let's say, if they go below 500. They play below 500 while he's out.
Yeah. Especially
since they play in the West. I think that's going to be tough for them to kind of make it.
I agree. The West is extremely tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. What did you think of, there was comments made, not only by LeBron, and there was comments made by the Houston Rockets owner about China.
Oh.
What do you think about that? Because I think oftentimes people have a hard time when sport figures talk about politics or world matters. Right. But ultimately, sports is a microcosm of our society. You like that?
Wow, that was really deep. That was really...
Yeah, I know.
Did the mask help you think of that thought?
Yeah, I've got some special
because usually you're not that thoughtful or insightful.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not on these videos, but you bring me down.
No, that's not true.
You bring me down to your level. So
that's not true at all. Talk about insightful. I usually have a problem when sports intersects with other things. And the only reason I say that is because the whole idea of sports...
Don't hurt me no more.
The whole idea of sports... That mask is really doing something to you. Like, I don't know. I think sports is supposed to be the idea. It's supposed to be a getaway. Like, it's supposed to be a diversion from reality. Whether that's generally accepted or not. At least
like
that's
a getaway,
the way it was growing up.
Like a honeymoon? Like, would you take your...
I can't believe you went there. Anyway, like when we were growing up, like when we were watching Jordan and the Bulls, didn't matter how your day went, right? If you knew the Bulls were playing that night for 2-3 hours, you're able to escape reality, go watch the Bulls for a couple hours, enjoy the game, and that was it.
Not when my dog died. My dog died on one of those things. I was pretty depressed.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
Well,
are you over that yet?
I still remember that day, yeah. The Bulls beat Jordan, hit that jumper over Elo. My dog died that day.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, my dog Chip.
So you remember that day for different reasons?
I do. I remember it for both reasons.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very sorry to hear that. Well, see, that was a good escape for you.
It was an escape.
Okay, see? There, you just made my point. Thank you very much.
All right, so you think sports figures should, like, butt out?
I think there's certain things that, look...
Because they have a voice. I mean, they have the public, you know...
Whether they like it or not, they are role models, right? That's, I mean, Charles Barkley talked about that before. Like, I'm not a role model, whatever the case is. Well, the fact is that you somewhat are, because
he is. Yeah,
that's why companies go after you for advertisements and endorsements, right? Because look, the "Be Like Mike" slogan for Gatorade, everybody wanted to drink Gatorade. Everybody wanted to, drink whatever Michael was drinking. So. That's the thing. It's like I think correct. Like I think that's the thing where that's why they want the endorsement. So I don't necessarily look. Everyone's right to their opinion. Everyone's right to free speech. Just because you have a thought doesn't necessarily mean that you need to share it or say it. Sometimes I think
I say that to you all the time.
True.
Yeah.
But usually my thoughts are much more
I know, they're very
insightful.
They're very shallow compared to my deepness. I know. So, tell me, let's talk to the people that are local that listen to us. What did you think about the Bulls preseason? Because
I thought they had a great preseason.
That's it?
Yeah, I think that.
That's your analysis.
The one game they had against the couple games I've watched. I thought that everyone was playing where we hoped they would be. They're scoring points, but it's going to be the same problem again. Where's the defense going to come from? I don't think we're going to have a problem scoring. The Bulls are not going to have a problem scoring points.
True.
I think
their second unit is they're going to be their defense.
They're going to be able to score points. The problem is when they need a defensive stop toward the end of the game or in the fourth quarter, or if they're down like 12, 14 points somewhere in the second half, where they're going to be able to get those stops. Look, the game that they had against New Orleans was a perfect example. They were up like 20-something points. And then slowly but surely they chipped away at it. Now, again, it was bench players. I get all that.
Yeah. And that was not even just bench players. Those were players that they were trying to... I mean, that is the hard part about the preseason.
Right.
They're trying to figure out who's going to be at the end of the bench.
Right. But I think that, overall, I thought they had a pretty good preseason. What about you?
I agree. I was pretty excited. I was kind of excited about how Boylan was tinkering with the lineups. I like the fact that Satoransky is going to start next to Levine, and then I like the fact that Kobe White is coming in with Dunn.
I think moving him to shooting guard, I think, is a good move.
I think it was awesome, and I mean the last game. I mean, who knows if that's a fluke, but that guy scored
like 29 points.
29 points in 23 minutes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that might be one heck of a pick.
All right, so the season starts tonight.
That's right, tonight. So, what are the things you're most looking forward to right at the start of the season? Well, obviously, I want to see how long some of these starters are going to play minutes on all the teams, and just overall which starting five is going to dominate the league right away. Okay. Because I think you're going to have. I mean, I think it's too difficult to see in preseason the domination effect, but I do think if Lakers stay healthy, they're going to dominate. They're going to actually be like how the Bulls would. They would come out to a huge lead at times, and then I don't know if their bench is going to be able to withstand it. That's what I'm kind of eager to see. on most of the teams.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking that the masks are a good look for you every week. I think you need to come up with a different mask every week.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I think it's a good look, though.
Yeah, no. Yeah, okay. It's all right, man. Thanks.
Right.
I appreciate it.
So the things I'm looking forward to at the start of the season.
Oh, I didn't really want your opinion.
Thanks.
But go ahead anyway.
Okay. Most people tune in to listen to what I have to say anyways.
That's what I heard.
I'm looking forward to see some of these new teams gel. Like, I'm interested to see how the Rockets and that backcourt play together. I want to see how Philly. Miami's another team I think I want to see.
Miami was very impressive in the preseason. I was a little shocked.
Who's that guard we're talking about from?
None? Oh, wait, why am I saying Parnell? Parnell?
I don't know.
For the Lakers?
No, for the Heat.
None. It's none.
Was it Tyler Herro?
Tyler Herro's phenomenal.
Yeah, from the Heat.
Yes, but none the other day.
How did you go from the Heat to
who?
None when I'm talking about the Heat? I'm talking about Tyler Herro.
I don't know. Then you start talking about this guard. We hadn't talked about a guard.
I think Tyler Herro had a very impressive preseason.
Isn't he considered a small forward, actually?
Either way, I don't care. He needs to play.
He should start.
So I think Miami's a team I want to watch.
Oh, yeah.
The Nuggets, the Jazz, I'm going to see how they gel. And Dallas. I really want to see how Dallas.
I was excited about watching those preseason Dallas games. Yeah.
I mean, you're going to see all those other, like, you're going to see the Lakers, the Warriors, the Clippers, the Rockets, the Bucks, the Sixers.
This literally is probably one of the most exciting times in the past 10 years with the league. Yeah, with parity.
I think it's going to be a good start to the season. And so here's the other question I'm going to ask. Like, do you think it's really important for some of these teams, especially in the West, to get out to a quick start, like to go like 7-3 or 8-2 at the start?
These are not the droids you are looking for.
These Jedi mind tricks you were playing will not work.
Nice job, man. So what did you ask me? I was kind of unfocused.
Oh, that you've been doing
Something
that
about Western Conference.
You've been doing that for 8 episodes now,
right?
Why pay attention now?
I don't know. So what about the Western Conference?
Do you think it's important for some of these teams, especially in the Western Conference, to get out to a quick start, to go like 7-3, 8-2, 9-1? Or do you think, like in the first 10 games, if they go 500, like 5-5, they're still going to be okay?
Well, actually, for the bottom tier teams that are on the fringe, yes. Okay. Everybody else, I don't think it matters, because ultimately, I mean, between 1 and 8, it matters is how hot you're going to be at the end of the season. So, I mean, you could be ranked as number 1, but at the end, you could be like the Lakers, for instance. They could be 1 going into the end, and maybe they get an injury, or maybe they're too exhausted.
I just wanted to check to see if you actually could see through the mask.
Yeah, I think it just depends on the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be important they get out to a good start.
For all the teams.
Especially in the West.
All the teams.
No, because in the East, like, you could start slow in the East.
That's what I just said.
No, you didn't.
I did. It was only for the fringe teams, I think, that it really, really matters, honestly.
No, look, for example, like in the East, like if the Bucks go...
Yeah, the East, yeah.
Which I don't think they're going to.
No, I agree. If they had a bad start, If
they go 7-3 to start or 6-4 to start, I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Because the East is not going to be as rough every single night.
Yeah.
Right? But in the West, like if you're my Warriors, right, then you got to play the Clippers, the Lakers, the Rockets, the Mavericks, the Blazers. Every single night, you've got a tough opponent. Whereas in the East, you've got your Clevelands and you've got your Knicks and, some of these teams that aren't.
Yeah, Orlando doesn't look as good to me as I thought either.
I think they might be okay.
I don't know. I think
they'll go as far as Foles goes. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know how you could rely on him so far.
I'm just saying that's as far as they go.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
All right, well, everyone, thanks again for watching this episode of the podcast. If you haven't done so yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and also the bell. And also here at some point here, you'll see the
You're
Twitter tag.
Disappearing like Obi-Wan.
And the Instagram tag. Follow us there on either one of those. You'll see posts on there for us, especially now that the season started, probably more so on Twitter than Instagram, but you'll see some regular posts from us on Twitter until we're able to get to the weekly episodes. But you'll definitely see us more on a regular basis now going forward every single week. So nice going, Darth.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Are we pretty good?
All right, thanks again, everyone, for watching. We will see you next time. Take care.
Peace.
Peace.